Well, hey folks, Real Honestly with Joe Rentlins, my review of WWE's Mae Young Classic 2, Episode 7, quarterfinal action tonight, semifinal action next week, and then basically 10 days from now, we're getting the finals at Evolution. I've known what the finals are for a while. I'm not going to spoil it. Please don't spoil it in the comments. All I got to say about that. But Michael Cole, Renee Young, and Beth Phoenix on commentary, and we get Lacey Lane versus Mako Satomura, and this is why you don't piss off the final boss. You shake her hand, you show respect. Lacey Lane got a bit cocky. Lacey is very agile, hit some good moves, but Mako this was obviously a showcase for her. I mean, even though Lacey hit some good moves, Mako just destroyed her. Ended up destroying her in the end. Hit some really, really hard kicks. Some great moves. I still say the match you have with Mercedes Martinez might be the match of the tournament. In fact, it might be on my favorite women's matches of the year. But Lacey is a project. She's a couple years away from really being able to be featured. Satomura's reputation, basically is like she lives up to every bit of her reputation. Honestly, she does. Death Valley Driver for the win, and Mako moves on to the semifinals. I don't think there was any doubt she was going to, beat Lacey Lane. It was very odd that Lacey managed to make it to the quarterfinals, but it is what it is. You got to have one Cinderella story, even if you could argue they could have put somebody else in there. But who knows? Io Shirai versus Deonna Purrazzo. Every bit as good as you would expect with the time limit. I would like to see what these ladies could do with about 15 to 20 minutes. I know there's a 25-minute time limit for this match. These quarterfinal matches, but I would have loved to have seen what they could have done. Otherwise, there was some nice one-up in the beginning, some good exchanges, great dive, great suicide dive by Io Shirai. Her reputation as being a world-class athlete, absolutely she lives up to it. Deonna Purrazzo is a great submission wrestler, and the virtuoso, and she is going to be such a bright star for years. I think she's only 23, 24. She has got a huge, huge future. I'm not saying Io Shirai is old. I mean, obviously she's not, but Deonna, every bit lives up to the reputation she's earned. And Io is incredibly smooth. Great submission skills by Deonna. There was some deadly knees and stomps from Io. And then you had some very good kicks and a very good trio of German suplexes. She kept trying, go for the Fujiwara armbar. Almost you thought she was going to get Io Shirai to tap out. However, that was not to be. Io hits the outside moonsault, sort of. She needs to get her opponent a little bit further out because she's overshooting them. She's overshot them twice, but, it is what it is. Accidents happen, or, mistakes happen. She still is a great athlete. Certainly nobody's perfect. And so, yeah, Io moves on to the finals, or semifinals. And then handshake at the end, and there we go. That was really, really nice. So now we have Mako Satomura and Io Shirai in the semifinals, so there we go. And then we have Rhea Ripley versus Tegan Nox, and this was sad. This was really sad. Tegan Nox apparently was supposed to win the tournament. She had the ACL injury last year. They kept her out of the tournament. Kept her employed. She rehabbed, had been on Smile shows, and did this, and had done pretty damn well. I was really, really happy for her and everything. And I already knew before, because this stuff had gotten leaked, that Tegan had injured her knee. And injuries happen, unfortunately. Her and Rhea could have had a really good match. And it's not that this match sucked. It's just because of the injury. You had, Rhea and Tegan face off. Rhea ends up getting sent to the outside. Tegan hits a dive, and just instead of injuring her bad knee, the brace that was on the right knee, instead of the left knee, it was the right knee. And it was the left knee. But the bottom line is she injured her good knee, and you saw she was limping, and I'm just like, oh, there it is. And I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to get upset, but you just feel for her. You really do. I mean, whether she's your favorite or not, if you're serious about wrestling, especially as a wrestling fan, you never want to see somebody get injured. I mean, we all get fired up. We honest to God, all get fired up over our favorites, over least favorites, whatever it is. Just watching Tegan Nox gut it out as best she could. She wanted to fucking finish the match. Even if they were going to have to call an audible and have Rhea win. Even if that was going to be the case, and Tegan couldn't move on like originally booked, like, the rumor and everything, she was supposed to win it. She was trying so hard, and they did some moves and stuff like that. Rhea was a super professional, taking care of her and everything. The referee was checking on her. The trainer was checking on Tegan. And then, what was it? you had Rhea hit a drop kick at one point. Tegan bounced off the rope, said, "Oh, okay, I'm okay." And just, her knee just was done. She was done. And they called it off, and Tegan is just in fucking tears. And if you don't get emotional watching that, I don't know how to help you. I honest to God don't. I'm not trying to bring this review down at all. This was just sad. This was really fucking sad. I encourage you guys to check out, by the way, the WWE.com exclusive. It's like Tegan is in tears, with her knee and stuff like that, and getting it checked on and stuff like that. And Triple H comes to talking to her. She's apologized. And Triple H, I say about Triple H, the wrestler, a lot. But he seems to genuinely care about a lot of the people in NXT. He considers them as kids. Because a lot of them were Dusty's kids, and now he's basically taken over that role, even though it's hard to fill the role of Dusty. Triple H genuinely seems to care about a lot of the people that he's signed. And that's good. And you could tell there was a lot of emotion there. So I encourage you guys to check that out. It was really lovely. But you just really feel for Tegan. And I don't know how severe this injury is. I honestly don't. I don't know if it's a torn ACL in that knee, or if it's a sprained one and she just needs some time off. I don't remember what the exact deal was. Hopefully it's not that serious and nothing torn, even though she couldn't really put any weight on it. Because she is a bright star. She really is. And it's just such a shame. You hate to see this stuff happen to a young talent. You really hate to see this happen to any talent. But it's just really, really sad, especially after she fought so hard to get back. But Rhea Ripley ends up advancing because they called the match off. And really, that's half this review has been me talking about this. But it's just really fucking emotional. It really is. And then you get to Mia Yim versus Toni Storm. So best wishes to Tegan Nox, honestly. I mean, she's still employed by WWE, but best wishes, and I hope she can recover. I know this was taped a couple months ago, but hopefully she can recover. Mia Yim versus Toni Storm. Fucking love Toni Storm. As you can tell, I tend to gush over Toni Storm on these reviews. Gross. But got to meet her at the 5 Northwest show. I'm going to plug that because myself and the Derbinator got to meet some people. He got to have a nice little interaction with Trent Seven from Mustache Mountain because, as you know, the Derb has the fancy mustache. And Trent was even like, like that. Just the way he reacted. It was really cool. But anyway, Toni Storm and Mia Yim had a really good main event. Really enjoyable. This was a bit short. I think it was only like 9 minutes. But they cut a good pace. It's very good clash of styles. Mia Yim's hand did come into play. Toni even kicking it at one point. He had some good kicks and chops. Mia is certainly somebody they can build around for a bit. She's been, she's obviously a bit older than some of the talents. Like some of the younger ones, especially ones they signed in the UK division. But Mia is experienced and has a number of years left, and I'm really glad that they seemingly have signed her, and hopefully to a multi-year deal, because she is a dynamite performer. Great groundwork and everything in submissions. Mia tried really, really hard to, even with her hand issue, the hand after the ring post spot in, I believe, the first round, she did everything she could to, try and ground Toni Storm. Toni Storm at one point breaking up a triangle choke by hitting the spine buster. And Mia still had her power, but you end up seeing a Storm Zero for the victory, and Toni Storm moves on to the final. So it's Toni Storm versus Meiko Satomura and Io Shirai versus Rhea Ripley. It's a real shame about Tegan Nox. I will say, though, this episode gets a B. I was waffling between a B and a B+. I'll say a B because it was enjoyable, and it's a solid B. It's not like, like waffling on going to B- or whatever. B for sure. Enjoyable, and we'll see what the semifinals bring. I'm really expecting some great, some great action with those two matches. Even though, again, I know what the finals are, I'm expecting some great action, and we'll see what happens. So anyway, again, don't spoil in the comments if you know what the finals are, too. So, do you agree, do you disagree with what I said? What do you think the outlook is for Tegan Nox's career? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. It's been real awesome with John Ritlin, and I will see you soon.